Are you frustrated from spending countless hours scouring the internet for your next awesome base design? Well, you're in luck, because this video features 10 base designs, all with their own tutorial video, links in the description, so there should definitely be a base for you in this video. And if there isn't, then I guess I haven't done a good enough job and I failed you. Also, this is only part 1 of 3 videos to come, with each part also containing 10 builds with tutorials, so be sure to subscribe with notifications on to know when those get uploaded. Alright, starting off we have the ultimate castle base. So arriving at the dock here, as you can see, this base is pretty much completely on the water, but it can be built on land. Here's the version that I made in the tutorial video, which is on land, which is probably a little bit more practical, but I really like the look of it in the water, so I'm gonna review this one. So to start off, we of course have our dock here, which is how you obviously arrive to the base, and along here we have a bunch of just random decorations, and then that leads up to our staircase over to the first tower, and all of these towers are pretty much exactly the same, except this one is a little bit taller. All of them have pretty much nothing inside, so I'm not going to showcase those, but at the tops we have a little bit of decorations, and I'll showcase the bigger tower towards the back left of the base in just a second. So similar to all of my underground bases, we have a sort of modular design system here. So we have a bunch of different sections spread out throughout the entire base, and you can kind of just put these wherever the hell you want, as they're all just kind of made to fit exactly in this little area, and you can just swap them around and put them wherever you want. I'm not going to explain every single one, as you can kind of see them here, and I go through that better in the tour for the video, so be sure to check that out. In the central area here, we have a nice water fountain, and we have a bunch of crop farms as well. And then all the way at the back here, we have a cool little kind of bridge that leads between the back right tower and also our big back left tower. And now we'll head inside here and I'll showcase everything in here. So heading through the front door at the very bottom, that leads us to our crafting, smelting, and a little bit of storage area as well. Over at the back here, we can head down to the basement floor, which I've left empty. I think in the tutorial video, we didn't make a basement, as it's not really needed, but you can chuck in whatever the hell you want down there. Heading up to the second floor, we have our main storage area with a whole bunch of double chests. We've also got a crafting table here just for some ease of use, so you don't have to go back and forth between the floors to craft stuff. Heading up to the third floor, we have the bedroom. So we've got a triple wide bed to accommodate you and any friends you might have. We've also got a bunch of storage and some barrels on the sides and also at the top here as well, and just a bunch of decorations as well. We got heaps of armor stands and some leaves as well. Now heading up to the fourth floor, I think it is, we have our enchanting area. This of course does reach a full level 30, and we've got a bunch of barrels on the sides here to store your lapis and enchanted books and stuff like that, and we have a nice decoration piece in the corner here. Now heading up to the roof of the base, as you can see, we just have a bunch of random decoration. Although something I did miss in this base is adding in a flag. I can't believe I just completely forgot to do that. So I'd recommend adding in a big flag on this one, or you could even do a little flag on one of the other towers. It's completely up to you. You could just choose to not do a flag. I understand if you don't want to. And yeah, so that pretty much does it for the first base. Next up, it's onto a completely different themed base, the modern base. This is from a video that actually has 4 different base designs inside of it, and I'll be showcasing 2 of those base designs in this video, and we'll get to that one next. So heading through the front door of our modern base here, as you can see, we have a nice kitchen, and I'll just let you know that this base isn't really meant to be kind of efficient. It's meant to be more aesthetically pleasing than like something you'd actually kind of live in, but you can customize the interior to be more livable, I guess. So yeah, we got a kitchen, we got a bunch of barrels and some bookshelves underneath the staircase here. Over here we have our storage area with some barrels and some chests. Heading up the stairs, we can head into our bedroom here, where we have a single bed, a cool lamp post, and also some more storage and decorations. And then heading out here onto the balcony area, we have like a barbecue thing, I guess, with a single furnace as well. And that also leads out to the actual balcony area where you can just kind of relax, you know? And yeah, that's all there really is to this base. Like I said, once again, not very practical, but you can change the interior to be more kind of useful. Now heading on to the medieval base from my Houses of the Ages video. You can also see the Stone Age base over there, and there's also the futuristic base over there as well. So if you want to check those out, be sure to check out my Houses of the Ages video. But yeah, so taking a look at the medieval base, as you can see on the exterior, we have a dock over here. Over this side as well, we have a little mini crop farm with a bunch of cool decorations like a wheelbarrow and some storage and composters. Heading through the front door on this floor here, we have our little bit of storage and also our furnaces and crafting. Over on this side here, where the dock leads out to, we have a little bit of more storage and some more crafting blocks. Then we can head up the ladder to the second floor where our bedroom is located. We also have a little bit more storage tucked away under here, and also in some barrels up here too. And then we have more of our crafting blocks up here as well. Next up, it's onto the aptly named survival base. Very creative, I know. So this base is set out to be more kind of like a compound, kind of like how the castle is, in that like everything's kind of spread out throughout the base and not all in just one central location. So heading through the front gate, as you can see, we can take the path over to the left where our crop farms are, and this also leads up to our animal farms. There's no animals in here, of course, right now, as they're annoying and loud. Then this pathway leads us pretty much underneath the platform of the base here, over to our smelting area. We also have a little island section here with a crafting table and some barrels. We got a composter at the back here as well. Over here is where you chuck your horsey friend in. And then to the left down here, down the stairs, we have our toggleable nether portal. So pressing the button on the left will toggle the portal on, and then pressing the button on the right will turn it off. Just with one simple button press as well. Taking the stairs back up, we can head over to this side over here where we have our sugarcane farm. If you're wondering how these are growing, we have some water underneath these stone slabs here. And then that leads us to this little section as well, where you'd kind of just store your sugar canes, or you can use this as just temporary storage for if you need to quickly get in and out of your base. Now we can head up the stairs up to the top of the platform, and over here is kind of like the main area where we got a bunch of stuff going on. So we got a bunch of storage and crafting blocks around the place as well, kind of in between all of these chests. We've got some more barrels tucked away in the corners here. And then on this central island little bit here, we have our brewing section with some water to fill up your water bottles and more barrels as well. And then for the final area, we have our little mini house at the top here, which is pretty much just our bedroom. We also have a little bit more storage up here and some barrels and some double chests too. And yeah, so that pretty much does it for the survival base. Alright, now I'm just going to quickly rapid fire a bunch of smaller bases, starting off with our small keep. Quickly taking a look around the exterior, we have some crop farms on the left and right sides, and we also have a balcony here as well, and we'll get back to that in just a second. So now let's head through the front door and take a look at the first floor. So down here we have a bunch of storage in barrels and also a couple of chests as well, and then on this side here we have a bunch of smelting. We've also got crafting blocks tucked away over here as well. Now heading up to the second floor, we have our main storage area here with a bunch of double chests, and on this side this is pretty much just decoration. Then heading through this door here, we have our bedroom with 2 beds and also some more storage on this side as well, and then this is the door here that leads out to our balcony. Don't worry about all this weird floating stuff everywhere. And now that leads us all the way up to the very top of the base here, which is where our big flag is, and we also have just some random blocks up here as well, storage and crafting, and yeah. Next up, it's onto the simple and easy survival house. So as the name suggests, this build is pretty simple and easy to build, and it looks really nice as well. I also don't know why I had this kind of weird trend that I just outline everything with andesite, so feel free to leave that out if you want to. It does look kind of weird. So heading through the front door, we can take a look at the first floor here. And similar to the modern base, this one isn't very practical. It's mainly meant to be more of an aesthetically pleasing kind of house. But down here we have kind of like our kitchen area. We've got a bunch of barrels at the top for as much storage as I could squeeze in. We've also got some furnaces down here and some crafting blocks and a little bit of extra storage in a chest here as well. We've also got some brewing too. Now heading up the stairs to the second floor, we have just a pretty aesthetically pleasing area. I actually really like the way that this looks. This is like a nice screenshot right here, mate. But enough of that, let's head through our door here into the bedroom where we have a little bit more storage, our bed of course, and yeah, that's pretty much it. On to the next one, we have a small survival house. Now this one is actually built to be kind of more inefficient, or like kind of like a starter base, I guess. The roof for this one is kind of cooked. I don't really know what's going on with the trapdoors. I would honestly just remove all of those. Yeah, some of these tutorials are kind of old and I wasn't really that good at building back then, so yeah, feel free to change up some of the stuff to make it look better. Like that makes it look 100 times better. So let's actually take a look at the base. On the outside here, we have a cool crop farm. It's just a mini little one. It's not really that useful, but it's meant to be kind of just expanded, I guess. Heading through the front door, as you can see, we just have everything laid out right here. We've got a little bit of aesthetics over here, and then our back wall is pretty much where everything is. We got a bunch of storage in barrels and chests, and we also have crafting blocks here in the center, and then our smelting blocks over here. We've also got our bed just tucked away right here, and then this door right here is the one that leads out to our little crop farm. Next, it's onto some actual starter bases, and these are the 3 that I created with Gorillo. There's actually 6 in total that we created. 3 are on my channel and 3 are on his, and I mentioned that in the video, so just be sure to check that out if you want to build any of these following 3 bases. So the first one I'm going to showcase here is the secret base. As you can see here, we have just a pretty standard pond. Well, it's not really that standard. You'd obviously just want to remove a bunch of these decorations if you wanted it to be actually secret. But over right here is where the entrance is down into the base. So heading down into this water column, as you can see, we have our starter base right here. Very, very easy to create. All you need to do is just obviously clear out this area, get a bunch of spruce wood, and then yeah, you're pretty much set. So on this side here, we've got our crafting, smelting. Over on here, we've got our main storage area. And then in the center right here is our bedroom with a little bit of extra storage as well. For the next starter base, we have our little mini underground starter base here. So at the top here we have a nice intricate design here with some spruce slabs and just random stuff. We've also got a little mini crop farm. It's not really that useful, mainly meant to just look nice. And yeah, now the entrance to this base is actually through this trapdoor here, which serves as the water for the farm and also the water for our elevator to go up and down into our base. So down here, we of course have our bedroom first right here with a bunch of barrels just kind of hidden around the place for you to use. To the right of this, we have our crafting area with some more storage and some barrels and just, yeah, a bunch of crafting blocks. To the right, once again, we have our smelting area. And then once again, to the right, we have our main storage area with a bunch of double chests and some barrels. Now for the final starter base that I created with Gorillo, we have the fishing dock starter base. Now this would definitely be a cool base to create to start off with, as when you want to expand, you can pretty much just turn this into a dock, like just an aesthetic area, and not live here anymore. So taking a look at the base, we have a nice L-shaped dock here, which then leads us over to the base section over here. It is pretty small, of course. You can't really fit too much in this small of an area. So we have a single furnace, a single crafting table, a bed, and also storage and some barrels up here as well. So that's it for all 10 bases showcased in this video. I have another 2 parts coming out very soon, each with their own 10 bases. So be sure to subscribe to be notified. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.